several fluffy yellow chicks, and as you can see, a lot of animal friends.
One morning, as the Little Red Hen was scratching around the barnyard, she uncovered some grains of wheat. Excited at her big discovery, she called with her friends and neighbors, saying, "If we plant these lovely seeds, we'll have more grain than we need." Said the darling dog, not I. Said the calico cat, not I. Said the dashing duck, not I. Said the hungry cow, not I. Said the coffee goose.
So the Little Red Hen planted the seeds all by herself.
What a lovely day to plant my seeds. After many days of beautiful sunshine and nights of soft rain, the wheat began to grow and ripen. Thrilled with the tall golden grain, she called out to her friends and neighbors, saying, "If we reap this lovely wheat, we'll soon have bread to eat." Said the darling dog, not I. Said the calico cat, not I. Said the dashing duck, not I. Said the hungry cow, not I. Said the coffee goose. Yes, I shall do it alone. So the Little Red Hen reaped the wheat all by herself. What a lovely day to reap the wheat.
Very carefully, the Little Red Hen cut the wheat and tied it into bundles.
The next day, it was time to take the wheat to the mill so it could be ground into flour. Eagerly, she called out to her friends and neighbors, saying, "If we take this to the mill, we will certainly have our fill." Said the darling dog, not I. Said the calico cat, not I. Said the dashing duck, not I. Said the hungry cow, not I. Said the coffee goose. So the Little Red Hen trudged off to the mill with her large bundles of grain. What a lovely day for a walk to the mill. In a few hours, she was back home in the barnyard with a lovely sack of fine flour.
By this time, the Little Red Hen and her chicks were quite hungry.
I'm quite hungry. What about you, my little chicks? Anxiously, she called out to her friends and neighbors, saying, "When we turn this flour into bread, we'll have meals for days ahead." Said the darling dog, not I. Said the calico cat, not I. Said the dashing duck, not I. Said the hungry cow, not I. Said the coffee goose. make some crusty bread. She kneaded it with care, rolled out the dough, formed a loaf, and carefully placed it in the oven. Before long, the animals began to gather as they smelled the delicious aroma of baking bread.
The Little Red Hen busied herself with setting her table with plates, glasses, napkins, silverware, and fresh butter.
Gosh, it's rough just standing here smelling that wonderful bread. Really rough. Meow. Perhaps I could get a little bit of milk to go with my slice of bread. Maybe she'll have some quackers too. Come on, move over. I'm sure she'll make some room for us at the table. Now let's not have a hissy fit. Just wait here patiently until she invites us over. That the bread is done, we wonder if anyone will be invited to come join the group, or will we go? At the table, with the little red hen. At the table, just tell us when. Now that the bread is baked, we wonder who will partake. She'll like to sit and take the bread, or have we made a big mistake? At the table, with the little red hen. At the table, just tell us when. At the table, just tell us when. When the bread was baked to perfect golden brown, the little red hen and her chicks sat down. As they were about to enjoy their special feast, the little red hen noticed all of her barnyard friends nearby. She smiled sweetly, turned to them, and said, "So many times I asked you for help, but you were not inclined to give me your assistance, your support, or your time. So now that the deed is done and we have bread to eat, don't you feel a little guilty that you didn't help plant the wheat or come to my assistance when it was time to reap or grind it, or even knead it into dough? No, you didn't even mind it."
The animals hung their head in shame. The Little Red Hen was right.
They didn't deserve any reward as they didn't do anything, right? Gosh, it must have been rough doing all that by yourself. I'm so sorry. Meow. I have no excuses. Cats got my turn. I ducked out every single time you asked me for help. The way we treated you was utterly disgraceful. I just put my head down and ignored you. That's not the way friends should behave. The Little Red Hen truly believed that each of the animals had learned an important lesson. After gathering them together, she made room for each and every one of them around her table, saying, "A lesson now you each have learned. You only get what you have earned. And the next time that I think to ask, I hope you'll help me do the task. But in the meantime, take a seat and share the goodness that comes from growing wheat."